Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The launch of Black Ops 7 is of course just a week away now, and today we got full details across the board here on all of the loadout content essentially that we're going to dive into here. So there's lots to break down in this. They've been posting a bunch of various different blogs and whatnot, different breakdowns of all the launch content the past few days. This is one that's going to give us quite a bit of new details. Some of the other ones were a bit more recap based basically, but here we've got our weapon detail, primary, secondary, and melee weapons, all available obviously in campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and eventually Warzone as well, with season 1 later this year, presumably at the very start of December according to the battle pass countdown timer. But we got our weapons overview here. We'll zoom in so we can read a little bit easier. 23 total primary weapons here: 6 assault rifles, 6 SMGs, 3 shotguns, 2 LMGs, 3 marksmans, 3 snipers, and a partridge in a pear tree. There's going to be 5 secondary weapons as well, with 3 pistols and 2 launchers, then 2 melee weapons, the knife, and then also the flatline, which we had back during the beta, of course. They detail player levels and weapon unlock criteria here. So access career progression level unlock menu, and you'll see a wide variety of in-game content ready to be unlocked as you level up. So this shows exactly where you're going to go through and unlock various different things. So for instance, at level 4 you get the AK-27, at level 16 the MXR, level 28 the X9 Maverick, level 37 the DS-20 Mirage, level 52 the Peacekeeper for the rifles here. For the SMGs, you get a new one at level 7, 19, 34, 46, and 55. For the shotguns, you get one at level 22, one at 40. Level 31, you get the XM35 LMG. For the marksmans, you get one at level 10, the M8A1, level 25, and level 49. And then for the snipers, one at level 13, one at level 43. For the pistols, one at level 13, one at level 34. And then also for the launchers, level 25. And for the knife, or the flatline here rather, level 49. So each of these primary weapons though has the following available for it: the number of weapon XP levels it takes to reach the maximum level and prestige the weapon, unlocking the prestige attachment and first weapon prestige camo. You can do that on every single gun in the game, and this will go through in detail basically what's available on each gun as we go through, relevant to both multiplayer and zombies here. So with the rifles here, we've got the M15 Mod 0, 47 levels in total for that. You'll unlock this one immediately, and of course if you want to pause and read the exact specifics on every single weapon here, we'd be here for an hour if we went through one by one with every single intel, attachment type, etc. They're mostly going to be very straightforward here, but if you want to read the specifics, feel free to go ahead and pause the video. We've got the MXR 17, of course we'll recognize several of these from the beta, the Peacekeeper MK1. We've got the X9 Maverick as well, looking kind of futuristic there. We've got the DS-20 Mirage here, then also the AK-27, pretty standard, kind of looks like the KN like 47, 57, whatever it was, KN 44 maybe. Bunch of numbers, but the classic AK basically here for Black Ops. For SMGs, we've got the Raiden 45K, of course that was available during the beta, as was the Dravik 45. We've got the Razor 9mm, which we also had there. The Carbon 57 kind of reminds me of the Cordite, which can be pretty fun to mess around with, a little bit of a throwback one there. We've got the MPC 25 in there. We've got the RK9. We've got shotguns up next with the M10 Breacher. We of course had this one in the beta, the Echo 12 shotgun as well, and then the Akita shotgun too. This is the last one we got on blocking, and this is a full auto shotgun, which could be kind of crazy. We've got the LMGs here, the MK78, very straightforward, and then also the XM325. That magazine looks absolutely insane there. For the marksmans, we've got the M8, of course, a classic one there. We've got the Warden 308, kind of gives me Outlaw vibes from Black Ops 4. Then we also have the M34 Nova line in here too, kind of looks like that'll be a DMR 2-round burst marksman rifle actually with that. For the snipers, the VS Recon, an obvious one there from the beta, the X3 Ion as well. Then we also have the Shadow SK. This is going to be a semi-auto sniper rifle here, unlocked at level 13. Low rate of fire on this one. For the pistols, the Jaeger 45, of course, had that in the beta. The Coda 9, kind of like the Cap 40, almost from Black Ops 2, I believe it was. Then also the Velox 5.7 in here as well. That's going to be a 3-round burst pistol. For the launchers, we've got the Arc M1, pretty standard launcher by all things. This is actually a charge launcher for what it's worth. Then also the Arrow 109, which is a hybrid launcher, locks onto vehicles and Scorestreak, but you can also free fire it as well. Then the combat knife, very straightforward obviously, in the flatline MK2, pretty basic as well there. We also go through and got some details on the Gunsmith. We've got the available equipment and whatnot, perks, wild cards, things of that nature. Keep in mind, as we're going through everything here with some of the launch content, what's all is available here. The upcoming week going to be full of reveals, announcements, potentially some surprises as well. And of course, then launch just a week away. We've got so much content planned. So if you guys want to make sure you are up to date with everything going on with Black Ops 7, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. We are now less than 1,500 subs away from hitting 1 million. And of course, if you guys enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Weapon build codes obviously going to be super convenient for just getting your friends the same loadout as you. Obviously in our loadout content this year, we'll be posting plenty of setup videos, and I can just quickly show you guys a loadout code. If you want to copy things one for one, you'll be able to get the exact setup that I'm using, which is really convenient there. So really excited about that being a feature. Just sort of streamlines things there. The basic gunsmith details here is going to have the standard like advanced stats that we're pretty much used to. Firepower telling you about the rate of fire, the damage, the range, the firing ping status on the minimap, accuracy like hip fire spread, recoil, gun kick, the actual recoil itself, flinch resistance, bullet velocity, mobility such as crouch speed, sprint speed, ADS speed, handling like reload speed, sprint to fire times, weapon swap speeds, so on and so forth. With the basic attachments here, I mean, it's Call of Duty's Gunsmith. It's going to be pretty straightforward this year. You've got optics, muzzles, barrels, underbarrels, stocks or pads, magazines, combs, rear grips, basic stocks, lasers, and fire mods, which are kind of like aftermarket parts in some cases as well. We are going to have a fully available firing range, which is going to be fantastic here. It's a new look firing range where every ranged weapon can be tested, adjusted, and explored. Stats tracking in the top left corner confirm your kills, your accuracy, your damage, the TTK. You have your various intervaled damage dummies that you can practice on 10, 25, 50, 100 meter intervals there. You can add plates to them as well if you want. You can cycle through your loadouts without actually leaving the firing range now, which is really convenient there. You can toggle on a moving target as well if you want. We then get our equipment breakdowns here. So this goes through and basically breaks down exactly when you're going to unlock these, of course, and then also should detail every single one of them with actual pictures as well. Of course, this is what we're really interested in. So for the tacticals here, we've got the stun, the EMP, the flashbang, the pinpoint grenade, the stims, the psych grenade, which is like a hallucination thing, the hunter bot, the smoke, and of course the decoy as well here. These can also, for what it's worth, be overclocked to upgrade these even more. We had part of this accessible during the beta as well, like the stim overclock being super clutch there, but you can go through if you want to read the exact specifics, the exact overclocks on every single one. Feel free to pause the video where you see fit, but each one of these basically is able to be upgraded to a certain extent. Like for instance, on the stim shot, you can remove player debuffs, or you could add a movement speed boost. So if you get overclock number 2 and you apply that, when you pop a stim, you'll have faster movement for a brief period of time. I think this is a really cool system for customization. Your hunter bot might not act like the next person's hunter bot because you've got overclock 2 on and they don't have an overclock yet, and like you got to put in the time and really master these, and I think that's a pretty cool system there. With the lethals, we've got the frag, the sticky grenade, the cluster grenade, combat axe, point turret, needle drone, C4, and Molotov. All pretty standard lethals for Call of Duty at this point. These can also be upgraded even more with overclocks as well, which is pretty cool. So again, your cluster grenade might play completely different from the next person's because you've got that additional mini grenade and they don't have one yet. So like, I think it's a really cool system. Like combat axe, faster raise speed. You can also throw it farther and faster if you overclock it, number 2 there. So really cool system. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Field upgrades here, we've got the assault pack, the drone pod, the trophy system, active camo, the echo unit on the first descriptions here. Assault pack, obviously extra ammo there. Drone pod, deployable device that launches aerial drones. Drones seek out enemies and explode. Trophy system, self-explanatory. Active camo, you become partially invisible. Echo unit, holographic soldier, decoys trick enemies and they can also capture objectives. Squad link, deploy device that boosts score and improves effectiveness of allied operators and gadgets within a certain range. Scrambler disrupts enemy equipment, field upgrades, score streaks, and mini maps. Fear trap, deployed trap, which emits a neurotoxic gas cloud causing hallucinations there. Black hat, field upgrade that hacks enemy equipment, score streaks, and can also aim continuously at a target to hack it as well. Then mute field, which is a stealth device, gives you ninja, ghost, and cold-blooded perks for a duration, and the duration extends on kills. That could be really strong actually there. We've got 21 score streaks here. The scout pulse, like a mini UAV in a sense. The RCXD, of course, a classic, the basic UAV, no surprise there. The skewer, kind of like an individual hunter killer drone. Care package, a classic, of course. Counter UAV, self-explanatory. The napalm strike, pretty much self-explanatory there. We've seen that one before. The LDBR, launch a continuous bombardment of explosive shells at a targeted area with that. The Sentry, self-explanatory. The hand cannon, self-explanatory. The Hellstorm, again, returning here. We've seen this one before. The Watchdog Helo, pings and attacks enemies in your area there. The Gravemaker, the wall hack sniper, which is still so crazy there. The Interceptors here, calling a group of 5 jets to destroy enemy flying targets. The Dog, which is the deployable armored weaponized groundcraft, aka DOG is the acronym there. The HKDs, the hunter killer drones, which were crazy strong during the beta there. The Rhino, which is a controllable mech suit there. The VTOL, a classic, of course, in Black Ops, and the Harp, the advanced UAV. EMPs, relatively straightforward there. And Legion, which is like the Swarm equivalent, which is pretty cool as well. We've also got our perks and our wildcards. Obviously, we've seen some reworking with the perks here. They've adjusted some in different categories, so they've moved categories. They've reworked how some of these actually function in general here as well. You, of course, have your standard unlock criteria for this per usual there. But in Enforcer now, we've got Tac Sprint, Gung Ho, Lightweight, Scavenger, Assassin, Close Shave, Dexterity, Bankroll, and Looper available. For Recon here, we've got Ghost, Ninja, Vigilance, Blast Link, Engineer, Cold-Blooded, and Tracker available. And Strategist, we've got Gearhead, Flak Jacket, Tech Mask, Fast Hands, Charge Link, and Guardian available. Again, if you want to read the exact specifics, we know about quite a few of these and we've covered them previously in some of their older blogs, but you can always go through and pause the descriptions there. Then with our wildcards, we get way more access to these now in the full version of the game. The beta only had a few limited ones there. So Overkill, obviously you get a primary and a second primary there. Prepper is equipped 2 different field upgrades. That's interesting. High Roller, get a 4th score streak. Fly Swatter, replace the melee with a dedicated launcher. Tac Expert, get an extra tactical. Gunfighter, get 3 extra attachment points for your primary. Perk Greed, get an extra perk. Danger Close, get an extra lethal. Specialist, you get all of your perks as you go on kill streaks there. Replace your score streaks with 3 perks. I'll be rocking a whole lot of specialists this year for sure. And that's the general description of the loadout system here in Black Ops 7, fully confirming all of the weapons available here. Really excited to jump in and start leveling these, obviously getting the best loadouts out for you guys as well, talking about the perk metas and everything there. So stay tuned. We've got so much content coming up in the week leading up to launch here. Then obviously once the game is out and fully available, the content goes into overdrive there with so many uploads inbound. So you guys aren't going to want to miss a thing. This is the place to be to stay up to date with all things going on in COD. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, and on your way out, hit that like button as well if you enjoyed the video. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.